Hi guys! Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. If you have not watched my videos before, I do a lot of product reviews, especially those products that I receive in my Ipsy and BoxyCharm subscription. If you like this video as you are watching, please think about giving me a thumbs up. That would be wonderful. And if you haven't subscribed but would like to, you can click on the button down below. And let's get into talking about a highlighter that I received in my BoxyCharm box in November. You can see here this is called Vintage by Jessica Liebeskind, and I've opened this up already, so I have taken a look at it, but I put it back into the box. It is an illuminating face highlighter, and I have to say when I got this in my box, it was sort of wrapped in some bubble wrap, and I took it out and I just saw the box, and it's the kind of thing you open slowly because it's just so beautiful. So it has the metallic gold on there. It's a very tightly packed little box, so when I opened it up, I was curious to see what the highlighter looked like. And it even has this cute little polka dot design when you open the box up in sort of a brown color. And then I slid it out and it is this beautiful, I want to say little highlighter, but it's a big amount of product that you get in here, and it's in a matte white plastic, but sort of a soft plastic. It almost feels like the way that NARS packaging feels, but in white, and then it has the Vintage's logo on there. It gives you quite a bit of product. It's 0.29 ounces of product. It's distributed from New York, but it is made in China. And opening it up, you do get quite a good size mirror in here. And it is a very peachy pink highlighter. So at first I was a little concerned in the same way I was with my Laka & Co highlighter, and that was a cream highlighter, about how pink this is. I mean, it really looks a lot more like a blush than it does like a highlighter, but I was ready to give it a go. I should also say that I am getting ready tonight to go out to an event. I am probably leaving in about 20 minutes, so I have all of my makeup on. I have my clothes on, except my pajama pants right now, so I still have my dress pants on, but I want to put this highlighter on. It's a holiday party I'm going to, and I feel like this would be a nice addition to it. Before I get into applying the highlighter, I'll tell you a little bit about what I learned about Vintage by Jessica Liebeskind, and what I will do is put a link to her website, the cosmetics website, down below in the down bar so that you can go and take a look. I quite appreciate it, the amount of information that they had about who Jessica Liebeskind is, why she founded the company. She has a very strong background in creating cosmetics, formulating products, as well as being a makeup artist. And it kind of goes through information about her interest in a more general sense, where she started out with the interest, her time through college, businesses she had started, and then finally getting into launching this brand, which I believe happened in January of 2015. It is a beautifully laid out website. It has only a very select number of products. I mean, she talks about them as being a curated set of products that are very much the vintage idea of there are certain products that just make women look beautiful, and if you have a select number of just good products, then it will be easy to just look pretty and in a very classic sense. So she has one mascara, she has this plus a illuminating duo. She only has two eyeshadow type products, and they're little duos that are a very light color, like almost a white, which she says to put all over your eyelid up to the brow, and then a dark color for lining your lash line. And the idea is that you use it with another eyeshadow as sort of the base and the darkening, and then use other eyeshadows with it, which I thought was quite interesting. What else did she have? She had 4 lip glosses and a few chubby lip liners, and I'm missing out on something. She had a blush duo, and there was another eye product, and I'm forgetting it now, but a very small number of products, which I actually found quite interesting. A drawback that I found, I don't want to say a drawback, but a criticism, is that I have a pet peeve when people set up blog pages on their websites and then only do like one blog. So she has a blog page, and there is one blog from January 2015 when Vintages was launched. It's fine, but if you're not going to keep doing a blog, just call that article. I don't know, just make it a link to an article about when you started. The other thing, I am in Canada where we don't have a long history of sororities and fraternities, at least as far as I know. The universities that I went to didn't have it. And the area, they have a whole part of the website that is for alumni and current students who are part of like Hellenic or Greek, which I assume means sororities. And I think there's something about like selling products to get money for sororities. In my mind, that doesn't feel super philanthropic, but I don't know anything about sororities. Anyway, to me, sororities, in my head, I always think about sort of the mean girls and the in crowd and excluding other people. So that didn't do anything for me, but I guess it's good that they are giving back in some way. All that being said, let us now take a look at the highlighter. And what I thought I would do before I put it on my face is do a swatch of this against my Laka & Co highlighter and then a little Essence eyeshadow that I have used as a highlighter in the past, and they all have a pink undertone to it. So we'll start with the Laka & Co highlighter in Be Lighter, Peacher's Daughter, and I did a whole review on this and I'll link that down below as well. So this is the swatch of that highlighter, and it is very pink and it's a cream highlight. I have also in the past used this Essence eyeshadow, and you can see it's a little well loved and rubbed off there, in the shade 03 Rosy Flamingo. And that is that very white one underneath, but it actually does have a bit of a pink tone to it. And for this, the Vintages, that under there, that peachy toned one that's a little fainter than the others, is the swatch. Now what I did there was just one dip into the highlighter and swirl with my finger the same way I did with the others, because I wanted to show you that it's not quite as pigmented as the others are. But I'll build that up a little bit here so you can see it a bit better. So I do find from using this, it feels a little dusty and it's not quite as creamy as I would want it to be. It doesn't feel as smooth as some products I've used. It has a little bit more dustiness to it, but it's a huge pan that you get there. So what they tell you to do on the back of the box for this is to take a fluffy brush and to use it over top of your blush and also on your forehead, nose, and chin for extra illumination. So I have brought over my fluffy brush to do that. And I've just used this for my blush, which is why it looks a little pink. So I've picked up some of the product on the brush. It does give a very nice, subtle-ish glow. I'll also do why not? Look all shiny for the holiday party. I just had a moment. I went to clean the mirror there, and when I went to press down in it with the cloth I was cleaning it with, I felt this noise, and I was like, oh my god, I broke the mirror. I did not. Turns out there's a little piece of cellophane covering it, which is why it looked kind of cloudy when I was looking at myself in it. I quite like this. This is very subtle compared to a lot of other highlighters, and it is very peach tone, but for me that works. I can see using this more every day and not being worried about getting like big highlight streaks down my cheeks. I'm just going to also put a little bit of this in the inner corners of my eyes. And again, it's very pretty and very subtle. So my thoughts on the Vintages highlighter that I received in my November BoxyCharm box is that I really appreciate the thought that went into the packaging, the experience you have opening this. There were some really nice touches done on here to make it feel very, they actually use the word on the website, covetable. Well, they say covet, but that's sort of what it feels like. Like every time I've taken this out so far to use it, it just feels very special. And I kind of want to keep it in the box because I love that feeling of opening up that box. If you like a super strong highlight, it's not going to be for you. It is expensive. It is, I think they said it was $36. That is a lot for a highlighter. You get a lot of product here, and I do appreciate it is one product color, because I don't like those trios of highlighters and things where you're only going to like one of the colors that's in them. I do feel like when you buy this, you're going to have this highlighter for the rest of your life. It is so much product that is there. I don't know that this is what I would go out and buy for a highlighter for $36. I feel like I would get something that it is not quite so peachy toned, and maybe something that is not quite so subtle so that I really felt like it was doing something, but I really liked getting this. And I do think that if this is how I feel about this product, I'd be curious about trying others from the line, because it seems very well thought out. And the woman who has created this line, Jessica, really does seem like she has an amazing professional background in this industry and some real thought going into the products. There are brushes. That's the other thing that I remembered. She sells a select number of brushes on her website as well. I think that is everything I want to say about this product. I'm going to finish getting dressed and go out to the holiday party that I am on the way to. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions or comments, or if you received this and want to tell me what you think about it, leave me a comment down below. Once again, if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!